But this is about coral.
This is coral reef polyps,
Okay.
yes. And it arose from a lady from Mississippi calling me, and she said, "Are you that Mr. Callinan that writes those songs about the marine environment?" I said, "Well, yeah." And she said, "You got anything about coral reefs?" I said, "No." So I got some books and very interesting stuff to read and try to consolidate it all into a few verses and make it rhyme and make it make sense to people, and hopefully it works. Okay. We live in houses, we live on the land. The communities we live in were built by some woman or man. But under the ocean, there are cities too, built by tiny creatures who don't look like me or you. We live on planet ocean in the minority, 'cause most of the life here is found in the sea. Tiny hairy polyps form massive colonies. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. For polyps to grow, conditions must be just right. Clear water, rocky bottom with plenty of food and sunlight. They stick to the bottom, their tentacles grab their food. When predators come a-calling, they retract into their tubes. We live on planet ocean in the minority, 'cause most of the life here is found in the sea. Tiny hairy polyps form massive colonies. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. Each polyp grows others attached to the rest. Some spread out like fans, at night some luminous, resembling boulders, antlers, or branches from a tree. Some appear to be plates or shells, some look like the brain in me. We live on planet ocean in the minority, 'cause most of the life here is found in the sea. Tiny hairy polyps form massive colonies. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. Millions of creatures call the reef their home. Some never leave while others freely roam. Clown triggerfish, sharks, and eel called moray, anemone, tube worms, and the graceful manta ray. We live on planet ocean in the minority, 'cause most of the life here is found in the sea. Tiny hairy polyps form massive colonies. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. It takes 1,000 years for a coral reef to grow, but in a few short years, people can make it go. Killers, boulders, anchors, and divers break it off. Chemicals pollute it, and all may be lost. We live on planet ocean in the minority, 'cause most of the life here is found in the sea. Tiny hairy polyps form massive colonies. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. The largest structure on Earth, contrary to human belief, built by a living creature, is the Great Barrier Reef. No tools, no computers, no technology, just polyp upon polyp, marine biology. We live on planet ocean in the minority, 'cause most of the life here is found in the sea. Tiny hairy polyps form massive colonies. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. It's hard to believe what makes up a coral reef. Woo!
Oh, Tom Callinan, live in the WLRN studio. That's like a lesson, a class lesson right there.
That's the way I write. Being a former teacher, I try to make the education memorable with a catchy tune or something like that. Or
Is it effective?
oh yeah, oh absolutely, yeah.
Do you think that will help coral reefs?
Sure.
Well, you grew up in the 60s, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Were you
Well, some would say I didn't grow up at all. My wife being among them.
Did you know Pete Seeger?
Yeah, I was on the Clearwater with Pete once or twice, I think.